How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Locals Lifestyles. I'm your host, William Dailey, and today we're in the beautiful Port Orange, Florida. You know, before real estate, I used to ride around in a big red truck, and when people called 911 on some of their worst days, it was this face that you got on scene. Today, I'm gonna revisit some of my past as we go into Port Orange Fire Department. We're gonna talk to the chief about what goes into becoming a firefighter. Then we're gonna take a trip over to Gear Bicycles to see if my bike's ready and talk to Austin Arnette, who works for Gear Bicycles, about what goes into actually becoming a professional bicyclist. At the age of 23, I can only imagine that there's tons of pros and cons. That's all happening right now in this episode of Locals Lifestyles. All right, guys, I'm out in the bay of Station 73. Let's see if we can run into Chief Gardner.
Hey,
Chief, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Chief Wilson told me that you guys have some training going on today, maybe chopping up some cars that we can take a look at.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are more than welcome to come check it out.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Before we go out there, can you just kind of go over real quick? You guys have extensive training in all facets.
Absolutely.
And I know that public service, when we call 911 as a citizen, we're expecting that level of service to be provided when we're on scenes.
Sure.
Or when you guys are on scene, in fact. So what goes into that level of training for firefighters, men and women that are expected to perform at that level?
So something that a lot of people don't know is that in the state of Florida, it's next to impossible to just be a firefighter.
Right.
So never mind the fact that firefighting takes anywhere between 6 and 8 months, depending on when you go to school. You also have to be at least an emergency medical technician, because not only do we respond to fires, we cover the gambit.
So like when it goes into the regiment, nutrition, physical condition, what do you guys expect the firefighters that you have working here? What do you look for in that?
So obviously you have to be physically fit. Your cardio has to be great. I mean, you're wearing upwards of 70 pounds of gear.
Wow.
In the middle of the day in the hot summer sun in the state of Florida, right?
Right. And when they're chopping up cars, is there anybody there that is actually having their eyes on them to make sure for things that maybe they're not seeing, like you're discussing getting trapped in between the tools and the car?
So
who is that?
Generally speaking, our trucks run with 3 people. So you got a company officer, we call him a lieutenant, depends on where you're at. We have a driver engineer, and we have a firefighter in the back. Typically, your drivers get your truck set up, puts a fire hose on the ground to make sure, just in case you have any fires or anything like that. Right. And then a lieutenant and the firefighter will be working on getting into the car with whatever tool they deem necessary.
It's been a little while since I've been on the truck myself. I miss it a lot. I know that physical training is something that I took very seriously when I had my boots on the truck.
Sure.
But I can't wait to get out there and check this out. You mind if we go out there and take a look at what they're doing? All right, let's check it out. All right, guys, was that exciting or what? We got to see people chopping up cars, and for some reason, it makes me feel safer. But enough of the fun and games. I need to see if my bicycle's ready because I'm itching to go for a mountain bike ride. I brought it to a place just to have it a little bit worked on to make sure that I'm being safe for myself on the trail. Let's go inside and see if my bike's ready. This is Gear Bicycles. I looked right at it. Austin, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Will? How's it going?
Pretty good, man. You know, I'm here to see if my bike's ready, see what's going on with that.
Yeah, all ready to go.
All right, perfect, man. You didn't have to wait on any of those parts like we were worried about?
Everything in stock.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, dude, I just came over from Port Orange Fire Department. We were going over some of the things with the chief. They were cutting up cars. We were kind of talking about like what it takes to be a firefighter. And actually on the way over here, I really started thinking to myself, it'd be great to hear from you what it takes to be a professional bicyclist. So what can you tell me about that, man? What goes into that as far as like your physical fitness, nutrition, and some of the stuff that maybe you're sacrificing that other people aren't maybe with their 9 to 5?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot goes into it. I mean, just with anything, more practice, you get better. So right now, for my current training plan, doing about 10 to 15 hours a week on the bike.
Wow.
Which usually depends if it's more mountain bike or road based. It could be anywhere from 120 to 300 miles. Yeah.
What about like, you know, I know that doing anything like this takes self-motivation, perseverance, and with all that being said, I know there's pros and cons to everything that we do. So like, what about like social life? I can imagine that's something that maybe you don't get to enjoy as much as some other people your age, because you're how old again?
23.
23, right, and most 23 years old, and I can remember what I was doing at 23. It was not training on my bicycle. So like, do you ever regret stuff like that, or do you like look forward to just being on the bikes?
Definitely look forward to being on the bike. I mean, not doing what a typical kid my age would be doing. A lot of my friends are going out, and I'll be in my room on the trainer, sweating and suffering. So, but I definitely enjoy it. I mean, it's taken me to cool places around the world, and that's one of the main reasons why I do it.
So yeah, man, I love it. What about my bike? Back to that, the real reason why I'm here. So you said it's ready. I can pay you.
Yeah.
All right, pick up my baby.
Yep, bike's all set, and we're actually getting ready to head out to the trail right now after we close up. You want to join us?
Yeah, absolutely. Who are you going with?
It'll be Kelly and maybe a few others. So.
You know I'm always ready for a ride. I'm ready to do it, man.
Let's go.
All right. So that does it for this episode. What a great day here in Port Orange. After talking with the fire chief, I'm actually thinking about getting back on that red truck. Then going over to Gear Bicycles, talking with Austin about what he puts into his regiment to perform at the capacity of a professional athlete. I love living here, and I love enjoying everything that this place has to offer. I'm William Dailey, but hey, you can just call me a local.